Give me the gory details.
You want the gory details?
All right, just give me the gory details.
And she will call you later with all the gory details.
You owe me nothing but the gory details.
Don't leave out nothing. We love gory detail here.
You know, I would love to sit and go over every gory detail with you, fat boy. And I want all the gory details.
I want all the gory details.
I want to hear all the gory details.
Here are the gory details, I guess.
Another gory details. Gory detail with which you speak.
The gory details. Recount all the gory details.
All the gory details.
All the gory details.
Here are the gory details.
Please leave out the gory details.
All the gory details.
Oh, that must have been a pretty gory spectacle.
In gory detail.
Which is going to have a gory feel to it.
Last one's a little more gory.
With all the gory details.
No gory details.
Tell her all the gory details, you snake.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Spare myself, me ship, me crew.
No, spare me.
Not a lover's quarrel, pal. Spare me!
Spare me from what?
Of the gory details.
With gory stories. It's not really scary, but gory.
Here's nature and all its gory.
Back in my gory days.
It's too gory.
It's pretty gory.
Gory.
The gory? Gory.
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 And give me the details.
Give me the details.
Details.
And spare no detail.
I'll spare you the gory details.
I'll spare you the gory details.
You want the gory details? Yeah?
boy. Feels good to be out of that coffin again. Hey, that's me. Let's get spooky. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and girls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi. My name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. We are back. My face already hurts when we just started streaming. Son of a gun. What's up, Lone Wolf? Yep, we are back. Coming to you live from a little bit more of Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. A friend of ours, Tadilynn, had used their hard-earned cash to donate to Extra Life for one of our donation incentives, which was where we put this game into our stream schedule. So that's what we're doing here today because they donated earlier this week. What's up, Frosty? What's up, Argos? Welcome, friendos. Let me give you all a little wave here. How are you? So yeah, we're going to be playing this tonight. If you guys are familiar with Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, it's a platformer where the only control is you moving your mouse.
Hello there.
Hello there. The only control is you moving your mouse, and you have to use Check's birthday money and the amount that is left. Don't you do it. No way, Frosty Blue Star just subbed. Oh my gosh, you guys are too nice. And I know I have to say this to anyone who does sub or is gifted a sub, that you get all kinds of fun exclusives, like exclusive access to our Discord server, exclusive access to our emotes. You get exclusive access to bonuses in our merch giveaway that we do every month, and I'm literally wearing part of that merch today. You also get ad-free viewing, and you also just kind of get support your favorite streamer. And that doesn't have to be me, that could be anybody. So thank you guys. And I also have to tell you that this is not a cult. This is totally a cult. Yeah, so we are playing games here. And sure it isn't. We're playing games here and healing kids with Extra Life, and that's what that giant blue donation bar at the top of the screen is. I did run the commercial thingy, but that's okay. Lurk away, Argos. It's dinner time. Enjoy your supper. Speaking of Extra Life, though, Argos used their Phantom points over my shoulder, you can see right here, to make me donate $1 to Extra Life. So that's what I'm going to do. Boom. Donate. Phantom Part Redemption. Yeah, I did. Guilty. This is via Argos. Argos, let me give you a drum roll here, friendo. Frosty, since you did sub, you will be getting a DM from me, or just a whisper from me, with a link to our Discord, if you're not already in, but I'll be sure to give one to you, just because you deserve it. You deserve it. I appreciate you. So, let me slap the cans on here, and mark these as complete behind me. Perfect. That's sick. No, you'll be in, buddy. I promise, you'll be in. In fact, just for fun, let me give that to you right now. Just so that no one forgets. Not that I would forget, because it's something I do like every morning when I wake up. Create invite. Nope, not event. Invite. Copy. Whisper. Sent. There it goes. Alright, well, we're going to launch this up. Oh god, I thought about grabbing my controller for a second. That was the maliciousness, yes. That would have been, no, we're gonna use keyboard and mouse here. Let me mark this complete. Let's launch this up, friends. But yeah, so your only mode of locomotion is the mouse. And that is it. You get to use the mouse. This is by the same people that make QWERTY WOP or QWERTY. That game where you're a track and field guy and you're trying to run using Tadilynn, hi friend. Speak the devil and they shall appear. How are you? Let's do the thing. Yes, let's do the thing. That's so funny. I just enabled emote only emote on accident. Sorry, hold on. Emote only mode is off. Tadilynn, welcome to the stream. Tadilynn, how familiar are you with this game? Because if you knew what you were doing, then shame on you. But if you didn't know, well then I appreciate you. Ignorance is bliss. Not at all. Okay, so it's an indie platformer game, and you can see like a little ghost circle on the screen. That's my mouse. That's our only form of locomotion. We have to climb to the top of this mountain, and at any point if we fall down, we start from scratch.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding.
So besides the entire time you risking falling, the narrator of the game is commenting on your progress the entire time, and he's also commenting on your failures the entire time. It's not malicious. He's like, ooh, like that really sucks. And he's telling the truth, it does suck. Fudge, 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 fudge. Yeah. So yeah, you may have accidentally caused...
Thanks for coming with me on this
trip. Caused me pain.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Appreciate that, Bennett Foddy.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over.
Loki hate what age I'm turning soon. Oh no, what's your next birthday, Frosty?
Most obstacles in video game worlds are
if it makes you feeling better, I'm 34.
Confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method.
Age is a state of mind, friend.
Or just by spending enough time.
18.
In that sense,
Frosty, it's gonna be one of the best years of your life. 16, 18, those are great milestones.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The
only downside of being 18, Frosty, is that technically you can be enlisted or like drafted if there's a war. That's like the only downside I could think of.
As I was building this mountain, I'd have an idea for a new obstacle.
That's a fair statement, Frosty. Like things are gonna. Life's gonna hit you fast and hard. That's not far from the truth, Frosty. That's not far from the truth.
Was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Okay, so this is the Devil's Chimney, and this gave me a ton of flack the first time I tried playing this game.
You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
So the fact we technically just got through the Devil's Chimney on our first try, I'm not mad about. The speedrun for this game is crazy. It is Frosty. I think the limit, like the current record, is like less than 2 minutes. So we're talking sub 2 minutes.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
There is a shortcut right above me here. I've seen it done 100 times. I've never been able to do it, but I always try it. JJ, don't fall. JJ, I appreciate that. I hope that doesn't happen. I appreciate that. I hope all's well, JJ. Let me give you a wave, friendo.
Becomes the new medium, the lingua
Happy
franca of the
Monday, friend.
And you can build culture out of trash.
Listening to this guy is the most mildly interesting thing ever. He does have a relaxing voice, and he's not saying anything negative. So, like, I can see why people get frustrated listening to him. But I can see why people are also, like, don't mind it either.
A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
You ready? 1.
There's 3D models of breakfast.
2.
Gen X's fanfic novels.
3.
Scan magazines.
Not even close. Not even close.
And stuff scenes on Live League.
I would prefer his voice over nothing as well, Frosty.
Car crash, epic failed GIFs.
His voice is almost a good gauge of how well you're doing. Because when he's talking about trash, it's a good time to be around like the trash heap. Where there's like a toilet up ahead.
Fresh for about 6 seconds until some newer thing beckons and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it.
There's like an area called trash. It's where there's a toilet. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Filed in with the bland things.
I don't typically do this jump from the balloon or the ball, but we're gonna give it a shot. Ooh, that's always a risky shot. I just kind of threw it and hoped my hammer would save me. So if you know you're doing well on a run of his, if you can get through here with him just talking non-stop. So the fact we've hit a little silence is not a bad thing, but...
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
It's fine. I didn't lose that much progress. See, we're already back up to the not the balloon, the beach ball. Oof, that's a big oof, JJ. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. Don't overdo it.
Oof, sorry about that. Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
That was probably one of the most devastating falls I've had, potentially ever. I mean, I've fallen to the start before, but that was rough. That was rough. And afterwards, you can make a composition or a compilation. You're right. You're right. That was always the option. Shoot, 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 shoot.
What we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down.
He's right. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you pick yourself back up. You fall 99 times, but you pick yourself up 100, that's progress. Fall 100, you pick yourself up 101, that's progress. That was not even close to strong enough of a jump. Okay. We'll have to go... Never! Okay. I'm like dancing back and forth, just... There we go. Okay, so we do have to go through the Devil's Chimney again, which I said earlier can be a bit of a choke point. We're going to see how we do on attempt number 2. Okay, not great. Not great. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh god. Don't slip, and don't overshoot it. So that's the thing about this game is like some stuff looks like it had collision. Like this tree, that tree does not have collision. So it's background art. So you can just overshoot this and just fall away to your left again. Why is this guy in a pot? That's a great question. There's like Greek mythology of a character who is sort of like protesting corporate greed and lives in a pot. And the narrator references him when you're climbing the antenna at the end of this game. I can't remember what that Greek character's name is, but that's what like the community basically calls this dude. If I get there, I'll point it out, like, because the narrator really says like it's like very introspective. He's like, "Who are you in this game? Are you the hammer? Are you the man? Are you the pot? Are you? Let's say his name's Sisyphus. Like, are you Sisyphus? Like, I know his name's not Sisyphus. Sisyphus is the other character in Greek mythology who's pushing a rock up a boulder, or a boulder up a cliff for eternity. Pan, pot and pan, not a bad idea. I don't think that's it though. Let's go for the shortcut one more time. Not even close. Oh. Pan is a Greek, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I thought you were trying to like make a pot reference. And not, you know, like, because he's in a pot. He's in a pot. He's in a pot. Okay. Yes. Diogenes. Or it's pronounced much more smoothly by the narrator. Like Diogenes. I'm not Greek. Ooh. Or Latin, so I don't know how it's pronounced. But that is the person in the pot that is like the unofficial name of this character. I mean, that was a save. That was a save. Okay. We're back up at a normal spot now. Don't mess up. Argos, thank you. I appreciate that underhanded positivity. Okay, I'm here to help. I did my part. Okay, so as soon as we get to the corner of this box, that was super risky. No, I got lucky there. This is about as far as we made it on today's particular playthrough. Got this gory Tadilynn, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go.
When games win you, they wanted a lot from you.
The flossing frog. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we were just at a point where he stopped talking. So the fact we made a little bit of progress means we're back on track, right?
A quick fix for the fickle.
And if I didn't miss that jump, we pretty much would have been on par for the course, right?
But that's not you. You're an acrobat.
You could swallow a baseball bat. Yay! I mean, I'm by no means safe. At any point, I can still fall to my death. This is the trash bit I was talking about, Frosty, because it's like... Before, it's like there's like a construction site, like it was nature. This is like furniture and this is like what I call the trash area, and this is typically when he's talking about trash.
Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you, like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
You don't die, Tadilynn, you just start from the beginning, in which case, you just die on the inside. Yes. You live, but you have to live with your guilt and your shame. And then the frustration.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable.
See, this is what I'm talking about. He's talking about trash.
What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this.
I am stressed.
Feeling frustrated. It's underrated.
There's like different biomes in this game. Like, you can hear the church bells up ahead. There is a church you have to climb. There's like an antenna. There's like a snowy cliff. There are snowballs. I call this the trash area because this is where he's talking about trash. It is like Dark Souls, only you don't die.
Is sweet, juicy fruit.
This is the orange.
Inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee.
He's talking about me.
It's licorice.
You're not garbage. Okay. This is probably... Oh, hold on. I owe someone a shout out real quick. Frosty, thank you for those Phantom points, friend. You guys should definitely show them some love, because they show us some love. This is probably the part of the game, or the part of the terrain where most people mess up. Because you can see I have to go up, right? Well, above me is a rock, and if I jump too hard, I hit the rock and I bounce off. This is, yeah, this is a choke point for sure. This is the hard part with the rocks. Yes, the snow part is hard too, but this part is very hard. I've learned that the trick is to not push up as hard as you can, but to push up a little bit and then swing your hammer. But the trick is if you swing your hammer too hard, you're basically just pushing yourself off the rocks. So you almost have to like swing it above you and just hold it and pray to pray to Bennett Foddy. That's what we have to do, is just pray to Bennett Foddy. I need water. Oh, Nelly. The music complements us greatly. I mean, it's literally called on going down and feeling bad.
Down in the jail on my knees. I'm down in jail on my knees. Down in jail on my knees. And I ain't gonna
Ooh, Argos just redeemed. Appreciate you. Okay. Just to give me a break from getting over it, I'll tell you what. Argos! No! When this song is done, I'll redeem those phantom points there, friend. Don't tempt me. You have 40 right now?
$10 shoe fits my feet. $10 shoe fits my feet. $10 shoe fits my feet, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes, and I ain't going to be treated this way.
Nope. I think $10 shoes are his feet. What's up, Velder? Welcome to the stream. I am doing this game again. We had a donor, Tadilynn, donate to this donation incentive where they pretty much got to put this on my stream schedule. Oh. Okay, we're in a safe spot. Argos used their phantom points to make me do 25 push-ups. The song's done. I'll put a pause in it. Lipophile, welcome to the stream, friendo. Let me give you a wave. How are you? Oh, have you played this before? I have, Lipophile. The first time I beat this game, it took me 8 hours. The second time probably took me 4. The third time probably took me like an hour. I have gotten it down to like about a 45-minute average, but that was like a year ago. We've already been streaming for 35 minutes, and I am not close to the mountaintop. I've seen bits and pieces. It's rough. Lipophile, it's rough. All right, well, Argos Media used their phantom points to make me do 25 push-ups, so that's exactly what I'm going to do real quick. Don't go anywhere. Let's knock that out real quick. All right. Boop. Here we go. 25 push-ups, courtesy of Argos Media. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. One more for the kids. Wow. Whoa. I've been fighting a migraine since like last Sunday. Anytime I work out, it doesn't make it better. I'm gonna do some drugs real quick. Whew. Please rage. What's up, Braden? Alright, ibuprofen. Help us get over it with Bennett Foddy. Holy smokes, the Mustang swimming diving shorts from high school? Wait. Well, the background remover is freaking out, but that's exactly what they are, Limpophile. That's exactly what they are. Good eye, Sniper, good eye. Okay. Argos, I'm going to gladly mark those as complete behind me here. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's get back to the torture, I guess. Bro, I'm so jealous. The elastic on mine died years ago. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to replace those. That seems like a lot of work for, like, shorts that are ancient. Green screen's doing wonders. So hold on, Frosty. Was I basically invisible when I was doing those push-ups? I can't tell. See, correct method is to shake the container into your mouth like it's M&M's. I mean, Veldar, is it Advil that they literally candy coat? Whose idea was that? Like, hey, let's take painkillers and make them taste good. We just saw skin. Wow. Okay, well, because like I was down on the floor just doing push-ups. I wasn't looking at the screen. All right, well, today I learned that my green screen absorbed my entire body. That's not something you see every day. Oh, Lord. All right, well, sorry about that, guys. We could see what you're doing, though. Okay, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Whoa, that was not what I wanted to happen. Stop panic swinging, Gory. My blood pressure is through the roof right now. No wonder I got a little bit of a headache. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Should eat some of those, Lynn said are bad for your stomach. I just had dinner, so, but you're right. No, even my doctor was like, hey, ibuprofen is better at breaking the cycle of a migraine, at least according to what my doctor said on Friday. It's better at breaking the cycle, but yeah, you should definitely take it with not an empty stomach. And what's funny is if I do it on an empty stomach, it's like I feel like poop. Like dookie. Okay. We're back to the orange. This is the farthest we've made it on today's stream. Lynn says you should play Witchwood. I'm not familiar with Witchwood. Tell me about it. Orange? Orange. Orange? Okay. I'm gonna adjust my mouse because I need room to swing. That's what I'm talking about. So you gotta push up, not so hard that you bonk your skull and just yeet off the cliff. A crafting adventure game set in a land of gothic fables and fairy tales as the old witch of the woods explores... Hold on, let me highlight this. As the old witch of the woods explore a strange countryside, collect magical ingredients, brew sorcerer spells, and pass judgment upon capricious cast of characters. I have never heard of that. It's like a 2D, 3D... It's like a Cult of the Lamb thing, or what? I read that as Garlic Fables. Delicious. Delicious Garlic Fables. Now available at Little Caesars near you. 2D, okay. I'll have to look into that, Veldar. How has Baldur's Gate been treating you guys? I know there was a scheduling issue last week, but hey, you can't win them all, man. It's fairly chill. Okay. Unless you're a vampire. I mean, yeah, vampires don't typically aren't typically very fond of garlic. So this part's pretty risky too because it's pretty slippery and... Pooh! You're at max level and almost at the end of Baldur's Gate 3? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this part's pretty slippery and there's not much like traction for your little pot. I am floating. I mean, I was literally on nothing. I'm trying to like just be slow and steady here and not just accidentally yeet myself off of Plymouth Rock here. And as much as I'd love to just, you know, quickly take my hammer right here and swing it up above to the next platform, I think right now slow and steady is good. I think you should play Dredge. I don't know what Dredge is either. Oh, that's the boat game. I do recognize that. That looks super cute. I did just play Pumpkin Panic, and it gave me like the exact same vibes as Dredge. The fact I leave like in a boat doesn't help like me kind of correlate that, but it was very similar. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Slow and steady, but now it's very clear I'll make this reach. Slow and steady. Okay, we're at the church. Are you winning, Gory? What is up, Mina? Welcome back to the stream. How are you? Happy Monster Monday. Listen, Mina, we're not winning yet, but every inch we make from this point on is progress that we didn't have before. Are you winning, son? I'm cold and have school tomorrow. I hate this week. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, school is rough, and also this week was weird because it went from like 80 degrees to 40 degrees like that. Let me adjust my mouse here. Okay, there is a mild jump scare here. Cries in Canadian. All right, I'm trying to think what 40 degrees Fahrenheit is to Celsius. Probably pretty close to 0 for you, because if 0 is freezing and 32 is freezing for us, it's probably like 5 Celsius for you. I'm lucky school's pretty chill when it comes to attendance for my last year. I do most work from home. That's awesome, Frosty. That is awesome. I know a lot of schools were remote during like, you know, 2020-ish, but that's different here. Okay. In case you guys missed it the first time, there is a slight jump scare when I get to the top of this little peak. It's actually not that scary, but I have to say it. You're doing online school too, and it's very fun, but also hard. I mean, it would be easy. Everyone would do it. There it is. I wish that sounded like bats, like my transition, like this sound. But hey, this is his game, not mine. I feel like the bats would have been the way to go. It's not easy. I'm not a virtual student, though. I still go to school. I mean, some classes are hybrid, even. We'll do some classes remote, some classes in person. Why does he have a pot? Or is his torso chopped? That's a great question. We don't know, Mina. We literally wake up. There is like a pot that we are in. We have a hammer. And this person is narrating to us, and he's about to do it again if I can get over this hump.
It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer and user. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden.
He's cosplaying as a bomb. Okay. This is another section that gave me a lot of trouble. Like the very first... I'd be lying if I told you only the first time I played this game. But it has continued to give me trouble pretty much every time I played this game. And it's not this hat. The hat's not the issue. It's the anvil jump. That has been the issue for me. You did a good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. So it's this anvil jump that's given me a lot of issue. You just have to get so much height. You get a lot of height and not too much distance. There's like a good ratio. Lurk away, Mina, lurk away. I'll even slap you with the lurk emote. Okay, let's just give it a good old shove here. That was not a bad attempt. That was not a bad attempt. Oh, he's so cute. Thank you. So that's something else that happens. If I do get the height I need, sometimes like I bounce, right? And that's not good. So I got the height, didn't get the distance. That was aggressive. There's like a happy medium I gotta get here. Didn't get the height. Nope. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. he even knew I wasn't gonna make it. Do you guys hear him? Oh no. Appreciate the vote of confidence there, buddy. Okay, gonna readjust my mouse because I want that pull, that momentum, that reach. Didn't get the height or the angle. That was just a bad shot there. All right, well, I think one of the issues I had too was just trying to like blindly plunge at the anvil. I think I've had better luck actually having myself a little bit lifted up. And then I could tell my angle better. Nope. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher your name. Qsek-esque? Almost touch the anvil with the hammer before you push. Okay. Almost touch the anvil. So you're saying don't have a good wind up. Don't make it like this. Make it more like this. So not one of these, one of these. You're doing so well. Thank you, Tadilynn. Yes, okay. I think it's a happy medium there. I think that's a good happy medium. That's solid advice. Okay. I had an alright angle. The height was a little too low. If the angle was better, the height probably would have been better. Let's try more of what Kesk was suggesting. Kesk, hope you're having a good Monday. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you giving advice. There we go. Okay, let me adjust the mouse. I want a good wind up, a good push. The power was there, the angle was off. Thank you for helping me find a new game to torture myself with. I mean, honestly, Tadilynn, there's so many people that like rage quit in this game. I have completed this game maybe 8, 9, 10 times, and I don't believe I've sworn. I've gotten very upset, but I don't think I've like rage quit. So if you enjoy Dark Souls, you might actually enjoy this game. Good height, but not quite enough power. If I fail this jump enough times, the developer gives you a present. For the first start, slow start and then ramp up the drag after the second half. Okay. That was such trash. No, I'm trying to go as fast as I can for real. Like, it's so hard. This was the part I probably struggled with the most in my very first playthrough. I've gotten this bit done on my first attempt in other playthroughs, but that is not always a thing. I don't rage quit, I take a break. That's probably for the best, Frosty. That was like I slipped, like it was iced up. Or oiled up. That was great height. I just need a little bit more. Get the heck out of here. I just need a little bit more angle. And that's what sucks, is like I could have a great push, but if I swing my hammer too funny, I will bounce. So there's like multiple parts here. You accidentally let a bug on your face? Now you're freaked. Ooh, yucky, yucky. Okay, we're at 45 degrees. Let's go. Oh, he's so frustrated. Me too, guy. Me too. Oh, just an ant. Okay, that's not bad. That was a perfect jump, but I bounced. Gotta go do my thing. Bye. Frosty, have yourself a good evening. Appreciate you being here. Stay spooky, stay out of trouble, all that jazz. That was a perfect throw. Okay, so what do we do different that time? I feel like I was more on the middle of my bucket. And I did have a good push. Come on. Okay. Get that bucket to lean. Good, 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 good. All right. Good height, not enough distance. There's the present. Well, I have to show you guys what it is now. Jump scare warning. I don't believe that thing, that gift, exists in any other part of the map. It's just here. It's like, hey, we know this is hard. Enjoy this jump scare. Great height, not enough distance. Great height, not enough distance. You slam the hammer into the anvil from the start. That's not good for getting height. Try to do the push a bit slower or longer. All right, let me do. Okay. Let me try to almost lift myself up and off of this. Ah. I'm not trying to like slam it. It's hard. It's hard. Only one of the hardest games of all time, right? That was much better. That seemed much more controlled as opposed to just like a jab, right? It was like a... I just have to try not to bounce. But that's hard because you just pushed down really hard, but then all of a sudden your hammer has to be up. And if you overcompensate, then you're literally just swinging. Okay, that was a lot more controlled. Okay. That was we're getting it. We're getting closer. We're honing in, friends. There's a term called Kaizen, called continuous improvement. We're getting continuous improvement. It's not fast. It's not easy, but we're getting it. That was closer. Oh, that was a perfect throw, but my hammer was just a little askew. It should have been more above me. That was a perfect push. All right, well, we got the push down. Can we repeat the push? Let's go.
Hello there.
Do a barrel roll. I just celebrated way too soon. By me doing nothing, I fell.
Emotional damage.
I should have just pulled myself up before I celebrated. Well, there's a lesson to be learned there. There's a lesson to be learned there. It is 9 o'clock, Lone Wolf, almost on the dot. Let me get at least like a couple more attempts in here. That was close. That was closer. We're learning. We're relearning. That was weak. I need a swing like that. I need a swing like that, but in the other direction. Okay. Gotta reset the mouse here. It's like I slipped. Who put cooking oil on our anvil? That was so close. That was so close. Come on. Drag has to be more straight. I'm not following through is what you're saying. Oh. Now there's a hat in my way. Get out of here, Willy Wonka. Ooh, Brett Wolf with the Phantom points. Okay, give me just a second. We're gonna give this another shot. We'll run a Miracle Story, and then I'll donate to Extra Life. Give me just a second. This close. I might have been able to hold it, but I was like trying to scratch at it. It's fine. All right, gang. We have been streaming for a full hour. I'm gonna run a quick Miracle Story, take a quick break to talk to you guys more about Extra Life. When we get back, we'll pick up right where we left off and see if we can make some more progress. Stick around. We have a great rest of the stream for you. We'll be right back.
Has the naysayers out there, or people that think that you can't win a race or you can't do something else. If you work hard and you're focused and you're disciplined and you have some ability and talent, you usually will be able to persevere and get to those goals and accomplish the things that you want to in sports.
I don't think anybody predicted, not even us, being his parents, that he would have come this far in such a short amount of time. He's running at a national level in track and field. He's one of the best runners in the state. He's one of the top baseball players in the area, which that was one sport we didn't ever think he would play again. Sports was his dream, and we saw all of his dreams be taken away from him.
Well, the first thing I heard was that they were bringing a 10-year-old in who had been hit in the head with a golf ball.
I ran to the golf course and picked him up. As we started getting to the hospital, I sort of felt a little bit of panic. I got him out of the car, kind of rushed to the emergency room a little bit, and noticed that he was dragging his leg.
He was unable to move his right leg, right arm, and weakened the right side of his face. He also had a seizure, and I was amazed to see that there wasn't really any skull fracture at all, but an area about 1 inch to a half inch deep in the brain on the left side showed a small hemorrhage, maybe thumb-size hemorrhage.
It was just a horrible, helpless feeling because I couldn't do anything and I didn't know what was going on.
I was also very concerned that if you go in to remove a clot, you'll do more damage getting down to the clot.
And then I started to think, is my child gonna live? And when that started to set in, that was the scariest part.
In this case, it was better to let nature heal itself.
With the injuries that I saw initially, I would expect him to have significant motor handicaps and maybe some speech handicaps that preclude him from really playing any major sport activities.
Arden's a Canadian national champion in the pole vault. I played professional baseball. Arden's father played in the NHL. Her brother played on the Canadian national team for rugby.
He grew up seeing all of us compete and all of us accomplishing our goals and our dreams. And I don't think he knows a world of not accomplishing your goals. He transferred that into his therapy. So if he didn't do the exercise that he wanted to properly, then he'd come home and try it some more.
Throughout therapy, even when he got frustrated, he was just a really, really hard worker. He would do whatever we asked him to do, which is not always the case in pediatrics. It's frustrating, it's hard work, it hurts, and he really never said no, said, I don't want to, this is too hard.
And then he'd go back and be so proud when he was able to sort of win, beat that exercise, and so then he could move on to the next one.
Miracles happen. His recovery is one of those miracles.
I love Phoenix Children's Hospital. I mean, that place was a godsend to us and our family. The staff there, the doctors, the nurses, everybody that took care of us there, they were all fantastic, and we can't thank them enough. He just recently qualified for the Junior Olympic Nationals. He ran 12 seconds better than his fastest time ever to make the finals, and I think he finished 10th overall in the nation, so we're very proud of him.
And literally 4 years ago, he couldn't smile, he couldn't move his right arm, he couldn't wiggle his right toe. Children's Miracle Network is so important for the hospitals. Everything that Children's Miracle Network has done has allowed them to help children like Nathan recover.
Alright, gang, we are back. Brett, well, thank you so much for those Phantom points there, buddy. What you guys just saw was a miracle story, or just a very good example of how the funds raised here, playing games like Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, make the world of difference for kids in need, the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, like that absolute champion you just saw in Nate's story. Nate's is a good one because it shows how kind of great things can happen on their own, especially with physical therapy. Some of these miracle stories we watch don't have great results. All we can do is our best, right? And Nate was able to get the care that he needed with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and by what we're doing here, we're playing games, healing kids, getting donations, and fundraising for this great cause. That's what we're doing here. And you might also notice it over my shoulder that Brett Wolf 19 used their Phantom points to make me donate $1 of my own hard-earned cash towards this great cause. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me get my head out of the way. We'll donate. We'll get past this anvil of doom, and then we'll hopefully get over it. Maybe the plan is. Let me get my head out of the way and we'll get right back into it. Okay. Brett Wolf, this is for you. Let me give you a drum roll. There it goes. Awesome. Thank you so much for those Phantom points. I appreciate you. Let me mark those as complete behind me here. And that is going to put us that much closer to our cooking stream. We got several milestones here, including me doing a 6-hour bonus charity stream, me having raised $3,500 lifetime, a 12-hour charity stream, raising $4,000 lifetime, and me shaving my head. So we got a whole bunch of milestones here. We also have a whole bunch of incentives, one of which Tadilynn donated to, which was, I'll add Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy to my stream schedule, and that's why we're playing it right now. So thank you, Tadilynn. Thank you, Brett Wolf. Appreciate you guys. So, I did take what was it Zesk? Kesk was saying to heart, and I need to watch my follow through, because if I was watching myself push, and I'd push down, but also like scoop out in anticipation to hook this ledge, I need to like actually push down hard, if that makes sense. Hairless Gory, now that is scary. You're right, you're right. There's that notification that almost scared me, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had the scoop there. I don't know if you guys were watching that. Yeah, the follow-through is a thing that I never really considered before, but I'm just like, oh, I just need to jump. I never really thought about like the direction I'm applying the force.
Oh.
That was a perfect follow through. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a perfect follow through, but I swung too hard and therefore I bounced. Well, look where I landed. That was more of a jab. I need to do more of a push and less of a jab. Better, 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 better. It's crazy I almost did this in 15 minutes in one run. Carrot Live just fell. Carrot Live, welcome to the stream, friendo. Welcome to the Gory Gang. Hope your Monday's treating you all right. Okay. See, that's all we needed was Carrot to give us a follow. Carrot, welcome to the stream, friendo. How are you? Carrot, were you at the Twitch meetup yesterday? Doing okay. I mean, we're playing the world's most frustrating game, but it's all for extra life, so it's all for a good cause. Yes. Okay, I don't think we got to like shake hands, but I did my best to follow more Twitch meetup friends this week. I actually grabbed a couple business cards from friends of the event, and I got to give them follows here too. What's up, Alt Jen? Welcome to the stream. Hey, what in the Harry Potter cauldron happened to your legs? Jen, do you not know what this game is? Jen, please tell me you know what this game is. My face hurts. I need to stop smiling so hard. Okay. Well, this game is called Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Our job is to scale a mountain, and the only controls to this game are the mouse. If you fall, at any point you can fall all the way back down to the beginning. You were very social this time around. We'll have to cross paths next time. Honestly, Carrot, let's absolutely do that. No, like, I haven't met any of the people there previously except for the other previous Extra Lifers. I did get to meet a few people. Of course, I got participated in the Super Smash Brothers tournament. But like, yeah, I didn't get to like become best friends with everybody, but not that there's any way that was going to happen, right? You should play with oven mitts on, Brett. That is sadistic. That is sadistic. So yeah, Jen. It took me 8 hours to beat this game the first time I played it, and then like 4 hours, and like 45 minutes, and then I got it down to like 15 minutes. It would be funny, Brett. That was great height, not enough distance. So what, Brett? It's funny you mentioned that. It's like a lot of people on like Extra Life who are looking for donation incentives. They will do that where it's like, hey, we're gonna be playing this game, but if you donate, I will turn my controller upside down and play like that for like a while, or I will play it blindfolded, or I will play it with oven mitts. This with oven mitts sounds already so bad. I mean, I guess good news is you don't have to like click anything in this game. You just have to drag your cursor really fast. I feel like control is the name of the game, and I feel like oven mitts wouldn't give a lot of control. Shoot. So on stream day, if you donate $12 and Gory plays with oven mitts for 10 minutes. Got it. You heard it here first, folks. I mean, I already do a lot for $10 on my page. I guess it'd be different if it was like a ranked game, right? Socks on hand is a little bit easier. Or even like, yes, socks. Because I've got like thick, heavy silicone oven mitts where I would be useless. $100 donation then? Oh, Brett Wolf. I mean.
No.
Okay. Twice in one stream we made it up this monster. I'm happy about that. It'd be different, Brett Wolf, if I was doing like a competitive game that I was really concerned about, like, oh my gosh, my KDR in Call of Duty. Like, that would suck if like you lost your rank or whatever by playing with oven mitts. But something like this would definitely be a harmless setback, right? That would be a harmless setback. Frustrating, but harmless. Okay, we just have to not hit our shoulder here. Okay. Soon, Bennett Foddy will come back to talking to us, and that always makes me feel a little bit better.
It means a lot to me that you've come this far, endured this much. Every wise.
This is a very amusing game concept. Carrot, have you heard of this before?
Me is a kingly gift that you've given me.
It is a great concept. Frustrating, terrifying.
The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
And the magic hat is back. Get out of here. Yeet. Well, we're right back where we were. Let's see if we can make it up 3 times in one stream. What do we say? That was a perfect push. I'm not even mad. We've learned, friends. Little weak. I didn't even feel good about that, like with how my hand was gripping my mouse.
You fell from above, but I know you won't linger here. Your hammer's no longer, your jump is no stronger, but your hunger will tell.
You haven't? No way. Okay, so Only Up is almost identical. Only Up came out like this year, actually. Only Up, you can at least like move and sprint and jump and like control a camera. This is Only Up if you were wearing socks. So what's funny is you can watch a speedrunner do this in less than 2 minutes, and we are an hour and 20 minutes in. So, but again, you know, one of your favorite games like Legend of Zelda or Mario 64, a speedrunner could do in 12 minutes, you know? So that's not a great gauge, but it is hard. It is hard, but it's also simple. You just use a mouse. I might have to pick up Only Up there, Carrot, because it looked like a fun game, and it looked a lot more inviting or approachable than this game. I was like, sure, could you totally fall from Only Up and fall all the way back down to the beginning? Absolutely. But I feel like I have to jump right now to a snowball I can't see. That sucks.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
That was a good push. That was a good push. We're learning, you guys. We are learning. This anvil won't be the end of us, I promise. See, like, we're making the jump. Our hammer just bounced a little bit. Yeah, I was too hard to the side, so like I kind of bounced off the wall. Okay, everything's fine. We've made it up 4 times in one stream. On what I have struggled with the most, in my opinion, is the anvil jump. So it is human. It can bleed. Oh, he sounds like Psy doing Gundam style. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, sexy lady. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so I know that snowball is down there. We've gone too far and we've gone not far enough. Let's split the difference. What do you guys say?
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities.
I was fine. My hammer got my way.
William Shakespeare.
I ruined it myself. We landed there with just the bucket. We didn't need the hammer. The hammer pushed me off. I pushed myself off the hammer. Oh no! Yes, I know. Oh no! Oh no! This man's gonna be so buff. I mean, his shoulders alone. I mean, like, imagine the force it would take to just do this. 1, 2. Like, dude is shredded.
Oh my god, a huge swarm.
Captain Jim Raynor, oh lord. Oh lord, oh lord, oh. On true alert, the captain and his crew have invaded your stream. All hands to the battle stations. Holy smokes. A swarm of infected are coming from every direction. It's a raid from Captain Jim Raynor. They are billions. Guess we're going to the raid screen, friends. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and ghouls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi. My name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to have you all here with us all this evening, where we are doing a very special incentive stream here with Extra Life, where we are playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy again, because someone donated it to my Extra Life page, and I gotta make good. Captain Jim, thank you so much for that raid, buddy. How did your stream go? What are you playing? Tell me all about it. I'll get my head of the way and I'll give you a shout out here. There it is. If you guys haven't been following Captain Jim, you should be. Because not only are they a fellow extra lifer, but they have kind of been kicking some serious butt in that department. I mean, we're sitting pretty at 1.5K raised. Captain Jim passed 2 and isn't stopping. Someone said go and he said bet. Everything went well. It's our first playthrough of Resident Evil 4. We finally got to play some Call of Duty Cold War since Activision fixed their online servers as well. Awesome. See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. You are already creeping in on $3,000 this year alone. Absolutely crushing it for the kids. $650 in the past 3 weeks alone. That is insane. That is insane. Well done, dude. Saw that you guys had a wedding this weekend. How did that go? Weddings are always a good time, unless people get silly, and then it goes downhill fast. My cousin got married in Delaware. And I don't know if it's one of his groommen or what. Dude had too many. Thought it was a good idea to drive home. Didn't make it out of the parking lot and crashed into a cop car. So the term instant karma came to mind for sure. Like, he could have hit any car. But a cop car with a cop in it, that was a lesson he really needed to learn, I think. Oh, I realize I'm too sore to dance at weddings. What are you sore from? What have you been up to? You've been doing push-ups and stuff on stream. House party, wedding, train ride, pumpkin patch hayride, pumpkin carving this full weekend. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect fall weekend. This is like the first weekend it actually felt like fall too. Like, we've been in the 80s last week and now it's like 40. I'm not complaining about it being 80s in October, but the change was real. It was like, on your mark, get set, go. Why is this hill giving me issues now? Okay, we're a little bit farther out to the left, which is good. I keep, like, pushing myself away, and that's not the goal, obviously. What if we skip that little rock? What if we start from here? What if we just get a good push? That was almost what we were looking for here. Even before I even hit my hammer on the thing, I was already, like, gliding away. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I need to push up and not hit my shoulders. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We are learning about the follow-throughs today, friends. We are learning about the follow-throughs. Not about how you start, it's about how you finish. That was such a good throw. I'm not even mad about that one. I bounced. But hey, we're right where we want to be, back on the anvil. See, I put my hammer out over there too fast. I need to have it more upward. There we go. We've made it 5 times up this anvil jump. We are learning. We're growing. That's all we can ask for. A little bit of progress every time. Yes. Okay. Attempt number 4 on the snowman jump.
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better. But this is not true. You're sure to be happy again. And
I'm
knowing this,
overjumping it, or
truly
overshooting
believing
it.
Will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, let's see if we can skip this little rock again. Whoa, let's go! Let's get this anvil jump on one try. That was a little weak. That was a little weak. I felt it. The direction and angle were good, just not the power. Better. Better. Okay, so my hammer bounced, but that was a great throw. My hammer should not have bounced that time. I thought I had it nice and controlled, but doesn't matter what I think. It's what the game thinks. Felt a little weak. Felt a little weak. I'm trying not to like rush it. I'm trying to like. Felt a little weak. That angle was perfect though. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So if we know we've been overshooting the pumpkin jump, or the snowman jump, let's do it from like higher up. Or can we like, could we lower ourselves down to where we actually could see the thing? I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. It's down here. If I know where it's at, that's going to help. I don't have to push very hard. I'll just give like myself a little tap. I'm holding my breath so hard right now. Okay, Bennett Foddy's about to talk to us again, which is going to be nice. We haven't heard his
We
voice.
have the same taste, you and I. It's not ambition. It's ambition's opposite. An obdurate mission to taste defeat. You'll feel bad if you win, so I put this snake in for you.
So the snake that's to my left, and there's a sign that says, "Do not ride snake." If you happen to get your hammer hooked on it, even by accident, it takes you all the way to the beginning. It hasn't happened to me ever, knock on wood, and it never will happen to me ever. We're gonna get past this bucket, and we're gonna not have to think about the snake ever again. Okay. This part can be a little bit tricky. We can try jumping up and like pushing up off of this thing. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We made a lot of progress in the last couple of minutes. We'll just keep doing that. Okay. The snake ride? No snake ride. No snake ride for us. Okay. We almost got hooked up on there. Let me just try jumping for this. I know it's a long jump, but let's just try jumping it. All right. Well, didn't love that. And that bucket's swinging like crazy, so good luck here, Gory. All right, we slowed the bucket down. I don't think I have enough momentum, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to slide off the right. Just avoid the snake. I don't care if I have to do this again, just avoid the snake. I touched the snake with my butt. I didn't hook my hammer on him. I like this much better. I could try pushing up and hooking that little post all the way up in the top. Let's give that a shot. Okay. That was a bad jump, but we're no farther down than we were 30 seconds ago. Don't love how I'm hooked. It's fine. We're still up here. We're still up here.
This gets more frightening each time you return. Knuckles whitening, stomach tightening. Once bitten, so many times burned.
Now that bucket's swinging like a monkey. I'm not sure I've heard him say that line before. That was very close. That was very close. That was very close. Part of this too is like, I don't want to super high jump and I don't want to land on the bucket super hard. I sort of want to do like a half jump and just kind of get caught on it. Kind of like that, but with a different part of the hammer. Like this. Okay. Progress, progress, progress. That's what I'm talking about right here. That's what I'm talking about right here. Okay. Hard and strong. We are now at the snow part. Arguably the hardest part, because it's just so slippery. You got this, go you. Thank you, Brett Wolf. I appreciate you. I'm like feeling the mountain for divots or holes I can put my hammer into, and unfortunately I don't think there's one within reach, so I'm going to try doing like a little catapult slingshot maneuver is what I was trying to say before I start holding my breath.
Have you thought about who you are in this?
Here's when he talks about his name.
Are you the man in the pot, Diogenes?
Diogenes.
Are you his hand? Are you the top of his hammer? I think not. Where your hand moves, the hammer may not follow, nor the man, nor the man's hand. In this you're his will, his intent, the embodied resolve in his uphill ascent.
Ooh, I definitely hit like the mountainside on my slingshot attempt there, and did not love that. You know what? I'm not even gonna like slingshot myself here. I'm gonna stand and then just kind of like drop. Not that far though. I want to make forward momentum when I drop. Like here I'm touching the mountain. Now I'm letting go. Don't slingshot, just use this to gently... I might have to slingshot this one. We can find another nook. That kind of looked like a nook. That looks like a nook. Rouse Kit. Welcome to the stream, friendo. The tamest slingshot of all time. I mean, you're not wrong. It was like, on your market set. Heh. Builder wants a dab. All right, let me give you the dab. Okay. I don't know if there's another nook up here or not. That looks like a nook. I just want my butt to be as close to this mountain as possible. And then I can reach real far. Okay, friends. So good news. We're at the shopping cart. Which means we're at the antenna. Which means we're like 95, 99% of the way done with this game. That being said, at any moment, are we going shopping? We're going shopping for our life. This is, yeah, we're going shopping for all the Teen China. At any moment, I can still fall backwards, and if I mess up climbing up the antenna, I can overshoot it, and I can... That's literally the only bad ending. You get to a point... Yes, you can get to a point where your hammer gets stuck, or you fall over the antenna, and you can't get back. So there is a bad ending. So imagine you're at the top of this antenna, and you're reaching all the way over the other side, and you fall, and your reach is just so far outstretched, you can't do anything. So that's one bad ending. You literally get stuck on the antenna. Of course, the other one's overshooting it. Let's not do either of those. Let's get to space. What do you guys think? Space? Space.
Now, you've conquered the ice cliff, the platforms, the church, and the rectory, the living room and the factory, the playground, the construction site, the granite rocks, and the lakeside. You've learned to hike. There's no way left to go but up, and in a moment I'll shut up. But let me say, I'm glad you came.
My hammer is being funny.
Do not stand at my
we were 2 steps from the end.
Do not die. Mary Fry.
We were 2 steps from the end. No!
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche.
I thought we had it that time because, like, we got a little bit of like an upward swing above where we got stuck last time. Nope. Suffer. Thanks, Veldar. Thanks. Nope. No. I need to stop holding my breath. Oh, jeez. All right, well. Veldar. You know, if I keep up at this rate, I may never get over it. I might just have to deal with it. Take your time? Question mark? Do you want Veldar for you? I'm gonna try to complete this run with my shades on. I promise I'm not trying to rush Brett Wolf, but like there's a little bit of panic and there's also like a little bit like a momentum you want. Like when I get one swing, I want to go to like the next because you don't want to have to do this every time because if you get the height, you can just keep getting the height, if that makes sense. Maybe that'll help your migraine. Honestly, maybe. Don't panic. Don't panic. Bring a towel. Come on. So the trick is like you want to hook these things and not like just hit the tower so hard that you're just yeeting yourself off. Right there, like I did hook, but I also bonked. I did bonk the tower a bit. Some speedrunning stretch. I mean, if I had the skill and ability, I think I would already be over it. Rousky, you're funny. You know, just do frame perfect execution. Just do animation and sprite perfect execution. Just get good. Oh God. I love the giggle emote. The hee hee. That's funny. I appreciate you. What's funny is I have beaten this game in 15 minutes. We're pushing an hour 50 now. Because it's been like a year for me. Okay. So we can't make the next thing just by reaching. We will have to do a little push. There we go. I was gonna say you seem pretty good for just first time. Once I get to the top, it'll tell us how many times I've beaten it. I definitely have not done it like the 100 or 50 times to earn the golden pot, but I'm gonna say more than 9. I don't know if I've done it 10 times. You guys, our hammer was stuck in that little thing for a minute, but we're good. We're good. At this point, it's game. I don't think I could push off hard enough to lose. I just need to land. No! Lift off! Landing would be good. Okay. You launched out of space. I sure did.
I dedicate this game to you, the one who came this far. I give it to you with all my love.
There's still so much stream time left. You mean all 7 minutes of it, Lone Wolf?
Oh, no.
I had to push off hard enough just then. There we go.
Hello there.
Do a barrel roll.
You got him.
Do a barrel roll.
We did it. 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 Thank you. Thank you. You guys, like, I generally had doubts with how this had been going. I fell down all the way to the beginning at least once. I got stuck at the anvil jump.
I'm going down the road feeling bad. Lord, I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. and I ain't gonna be treated this away.
I don't remember him doing this.
Where the chill wind never blows.
Is this because I failed so many times?
I'm going where that chill wind never blows.
You're right, Brett Wolf.
Going where that chill wind never blows, and I ain't gonna be treated this away.
I don't remember him singing to us in previous runs. Okay, so it's always the credit roll? Yes.
Where the climate suits my cauldron, I'm going where my cauldron's never cold.
So I'm not crazy, Rouse Kits.
Going where the climate suits my cauldron.
I mean, Rouse Kits, I'm sure like you and I, after we've beaten it once, right, you have to skip the credits. Like, why do I watch it every time? Time to go play the opposite of Heaven Pie and get all the keys. Lone Wolf, I am already on it. I'm already on it. I promise you, you will find out what's behind all those doors. Unless I get struck by lightning or something in the next, like, month or two.
I'm going down this road feeling bad, and I ain't gonna be treated this away.
Brett, well, thank you so much for those bone bits, buddy. I appreciate you. Foreshadowing. I'll give you a shout out here in just a second, Brett Wolf. Me trying to get off of this game and onto where you are to give you a shout out. Pauses it. Man, I don't remember him singing in the past. Okay. 27. 27 times is how many times I've beaten this game, Rouse Kit. I don't know if it's 50 that you get the golden pot or if it's 100. Either way, I still have a long way to go. And that is by no means my personal record. It is 50? Well, I'm past the halfway point. Oh, Lord. All right, well, I can't show you guys what is over here because I literally just solemnly swore to our Lord and Savior, Bennett Foddy. But I can tell you that, hold on. My personal best is 15 minutes and 33 seconds, 29 milliseconds. So I've made it. Yes. Yes. All right, gang. Well, you got habanero to homemade clam chowder. Bad idea. Ooh, I mean, I love the idea of clam chowder, and I love the idea of adding spice to like soups, especially if they're like a creamy soup. Yeah. Having a burning butt is a bad time. All right, well, let me give a shout out to Brett Wolf for the bone bits real quick. That is not... There it is. No, I went to Braden. I'm sorry. I just typed BR for Brett Wolf and hit enter. It's like, oh, Braden. The speedruns this game are great. I was really just talking about that Rouse Kit where people get through this in like sub 2 minutes. I'm talking a minute and 19 seconds, a minute and 24 seconds, like insane. But meanwhile, I'm like, okay, slowly, okay, and push. Okay, good. Like, the new record is 59 seconds, so we're talking sub minute. We're not even talking the minute mark anymore. We're talking seconds. Wow. All right, gang. Well, we haven't been streaming for about 2 hours, and that's going to conclude our broadcast. A huge shout out to Tadilynn for donating to Extra Life to make us put this game back into our stream schedule. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to our outro screen. We're going to find someone to raid together, and we're going to turn our party into their party. If you guys already haven't followed Tadilynn, you should. They are a fellow Extra Lifer, and besides being an awesome streamer and an awesome Extra Lifer, the stuff that they play is great because they're also a little bit masochistic. Tadilynn looks at the literal face of death and laughs. You would never guess if you were to just hear the context of their narration during their clips, and you didn't see the video, you would never in 100 years guess that they were playing Dark Souls. Because you see them just get yeeted off a cliff, shot by catapults, absolutely decimated, and they giggle about it. Like, they're like, I'm in danger. It's too good. It's too good. This is literally Tadilynn.
I'm in danger.
That is Tadilynn to a T. Oh, Lord. All right, well, we're going to go to the outro screen. We're going to find someone to raid together, and we're going to make their day. Don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be right back.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
Yay, danger! Alright, gang, I know exactly who we're going to raid. Speaking of Extra Life, and speaking of some pretty sweet people here, we're going to go ahead and drop a raid over on our friends World Gone Geek. World Gone Geek happen to be huge supporters of Extra Life here in my neck of the woods, and they host like a sort of podcast series, not just about gaming and geek culture, but also about music and movie culture too. They had me over on their podcast for World Gone Geek last year, where we talked about all kinds of stuff, including Extra Life, and they just had me on their new series of podcasts called Music Gone Geek, where we talked about music and movie soundtracks. I talked about a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack over on Spotify. So we're going to go ahead and drop a raid over on their broadcast. They're currently interviewing a friend called King of Moles, and we got Jeff, we got Aaliyah, and we got Utah, and they're all good people, and like I said, they're Extra Lifers, which makes them double good. Lupophile, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys all so much for the love and support. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I put some info in the chat for Pumpkin Jack to share with you guys for us to copy from my broadcast over to World Gone Geek's broadcast once we get there. But that is going to be it here for me this evening. I will not be live tomorrow. I've got previous obligations, and I will not be streaming on Wednesday either. I also have previous obligations. We will be back on Thursday, though, with a brand new game. It's a spooky game just in time for Halloween, so that's going on. The raid on World Gone Geek has officially started. Once we get there, feel free to say anything along the lines of raid, brains, or hype, or Extra Life, or just show some love. Thank you guys all so much for all the love and support. As always, there's never been anyone like you. There is no one like you, and there'll never be anyone like you. Love yourselves, love each other. I love you. See y'all later. Stay spooky. Good night.